Steve, law enforcement is making sure everyone has a fun-filled evening. There's food, there's music, there's entertainment. The Seaford Police Department says building community trust is a priority. And the mayor of Seaford, David Jenshaw, tells WBOC that if the council votes approve tonight, then the ordinance will be advertised for 30 days and then it will go into effect. You can see the Delaware State Fair is committed to promoting agricultural heritage and keeping their animals fed. And we spoke with a customer who says he's in the process of building a new shed and is not happy about lumber prices going back up.
Some people are criticizing the idea.
Steve, I am right outside of City Hall where Councilman David Anderson recently proposed the ordinance. Anderson says he did receive private messages from people who support it. However, others have publicly stated they do not. Of course, I had to grab some of Chester's signature Gator mac and cheese. I'm gonna try a bite real quick. Yeah, that is really good. And if you want to come try some for yourself, you have until Saturday at 11 p.m. Not only are florists and bridal shops having an increase in customers, but Kylan Barn Wedding Venue is opening its door to more couples for their big day. And if you want to come check out these lovely animals, you can right here at the Delmarva building from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Kayla, parents have their thoughts on whether or not they will have their kids get vaccinated.
Steve, many parents here on Delmarva are wondering if this will lead to schools making vaccinations mandatory for students. Some are on board while others are not. Not only are community members looking forward to Amazon's arrival, but the mayor of Seaford says that bringing good paying jobs to the city is a win in his book. And the Nanacoke Indian Museum's coordinator, Sterling Street, says he helped approve of some of the pieces for the park, and he's proud of the outcome. And right here in Cambridge at the Harriet Tubman Memorial Park is where many people gather to shed light on police brutality and discuss the impact that Gloria Richardson had on the African-American community. And if you want to have a fun-filled weekend, you have until Saturday night to enjoy all of the festivities and grab yourself a t-shirt. The Ocean City's Fire Marshal's Office tells WBOC they are still investigating this case to determine what caused the fire. And if you want to come check out the sheep, you have until Saturday at 11 p.m. right here in the Kent building. Tonight, a public comment session is being held at the Dover Police Department as police departments all over Delaware get ready to put body cameras to use. And here at the Oddfellows Cemetery in Seaford will be Lieutenant Johnson's final resting place. The cemetery's manager says he's happy Johnson is back at home. Not only are the fairgoers sad to see the fun leave, but vendors and employees are happy with the success they've had this year. I spoke with workers at Tropical Delights, and they said they're excited to come back in the future. While some community members avoid the H2OI event, the Motor Event Task Force of Ocean City discusses expectations and safety preparations to control the crowds. This heat wave is expected to continue for the rest of the week, but until then, families are going to continue to find ways to remain cool this summer. All right, let me see you guys jump. Reporting in Salisbury, Kayla Tinsley, WBOC News, Delmarva's news leader.
You spoke with people here on Delmarva to get their thoughts as the program ends.
Todd, more than 7 million people across the U.S. are set to lose all of their jobless benefits this week as 3 federal programs expire today. Experts say this is one of the most abrupt ends to government aid in U.S. history. People here have mixed emotions about the benefits ending.
This is Riaz Ahmed. He is the owner of Pizza City in Salisbury. In his restaurant window is a Help Wanted sign. It has been placed there almost a year ago. Pizza City is still facing a staffing shortage, and now that the unemployment benefit is coming to an end, Ahmed says he hopes that people will start going back to work.
People comes and when they see it, like they can make $300-400 a week and the government is giving them that much money. Nobody want to go to work then. They stay home and getting lazy. They need to get up and go to work.
Some people like Bob Hegarty say the lack of employees can lead to slower service. He hopes that will change.
Oh yeah, it's hard to get service around here, and there's, you see places hiring all over the place, and they can't hire people because people don't want to work. So make them go back to work.
But others, like Alexis Byam, say the added bonus was a lifeline for those who couldn't work.
I do say it's very unfortunate that that happened. People were heavily relying on that money for them to, be able to pay their bills and things like that. So I feel like there should be a second option for people who are not able to go back to work.
Whether it's for better or for worse, thousands on Delmarva will now have to make ends meet without the extra help.
Some business owners we spoke with also say that they are not convinced this change will bring people back to work, especially with the Delta variant on the rise. Allen Street in Crisfield is underwater. It's one of many that were flooded on Friday. Drivers are trying to avoid the high water. Kevin Evans has lived here his entire life and says he hopes the water does not creep into his coffee shop.
Every time it happens, it's always makes me anxious. When I rode down here last night and it was across the street, a little concerned about tonight too for high tide, which is around closing time, so I'm just hoping it doesn't get in here.
Numerous streets around town are flooded. It's tough getting around. Evans says it's best for people to stay indoors.
I would say, don't go out unless you have to. If you're in the water, drive slow. Most annoying thing, people around here, people are in the left or driving down the lane slow, and then someone comes just swooshing by with the water. It tears your car up, tears my car up. So if you have to be out, drive slow, and if you don't have to be out, stay home.
Flooding is taking over parts of Crisfield. Take a look at this street right behind me. It's underwater. However, people here say flooding like this is nothing new.
It usually happens every time that it kind of rains really heavy. It's really annoying when, like last night, it was flooded everywhere and you couldn't get down the strip. But yeah, it's really annoying, but it's something I just have to deal with.
And this high water will not recede anytime soon. Another higher than normal high tide is expected in Crisfield around 8 p.m. tonight. Reporting in Crisfield, Kayla Tinsley, WBOC News, Delmarva's news leader.
People there are worried the work could mean long backups.
Steve, this is the bridge DelDOT is working on that can lead to some traffic delays. Drivers can either sit in these single lanes or they can take other routes leading to congestion in other neighborhoods. Meet Kayla Beard. She's a mother and lives in the town of Blades, about a mile off of Sussex Highway. Beard said she's worried about the traffic interfering with students coming home from school.
I am very concerned for the children. I have a 3-year-old daughter. Every day when we get home, she sees that park and she wants to go right across the street. As soon as school lets out, there's kids everywhere. So that is my main concern, is the children.
Beard also says she's concerned about fast drivers and roads becoming congested.
And you'd be surprised how fast people go down these roads. They don't pay attention to the speed limit signs whatsoever. So yeah, just the congestion is very concerning.
Josiah Oswald lives in Salisbury, but he travels on the bridge every day to get to work in Seaford. Oswald says he's not too happy about a longer commute.
It's kind of frustrating. I drive this road every day going to work from the other side of Salisbury, which already takes me an hour, and so that, it's going to take me an hour and a half just to get to work in the morning.
And that hour-and-a-half ride every day for Josiah could last more than a year as this project just gets underway here in Sussex County. DelDOT officials say their goal is to complete the bridge project by December of next year. Of course, that's all depending on how the weather plays out. Reporting live in Seaford, Kayla Tinsley, WBOC News, Delmarva's news leader.